Hello, Future Sharks. Welcome to our admissions overview webinar today. My name is Bao Gessel, and I represent the Graduate Admissions Department at Nova Southeastern University's College of Computing and Engineering, or CCE for short. So throughout the presentation, I'll be referring to our college as CCE at some times, and also NSU for Nova Southeastern University. And also, just as a heads up, everyone is going to be muted during the presentation portion, just so we have the best sound quality. So today I will be presenting to you some brief facts about NSU. I'll go over some highlights about CCE, and then I'll also offer information on both our master's and doctoral programs, as well as talk about our admissions requirements, tuition and fees, along with additional helpful resources as well to help you get started. So in just a little over 50 years, Nova Southeastern University has transformed into a dynamic, diverse, and cultured institution that has become a cornerstone of the South Florida community. And it continues to grow nationwide. We were founded in December 1964, and we now offer more than 150 undergraduate, graduate, and professional programs. And just some quick facts about NSU. We are regionally accredited by the Commission on Colleges of the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, and we're also recognized as one of the largest not-for-profit independent universities in the US. The US News and World Report ranks Nova Southeastern University within their list of the top 200 best colleges. NSU is also ranked at top 5 in the US for the largest number of minority graduate degree recipients. And we have roughly 27,000 students and more than 176,000 alumni from 116 different countries and growing. Specifically, the College of Computing and Engineering offers degree programs that prepare our students for many of the careers that's listed in the US News and World Report's 100 Best Technology Jobs in America, and also by Dice and Robert Half Technology, which are two of the leading technology placement firms. Now I'm going to dive a little deeper and give you a closer look at some academic highlights about NSU's College of Computing and Engineering and why you should seriously consider CCE. So the first point is our key recognition. CCE is labeled a National Center of Academic Excellence in Information Assurance and Cyber Defense by the Department of Homeland Security and the National Security Agency. What this designation means is that our curriculum in information security meets and or exceeds the requirements and standards that is expected of a leader in cybersecurity research and education. NSA and DHS also recognizes our curriculum as being a key factor in helping the nation's security solutions keep up with the evolving technology and to also increase the number of professionals that are needed to defend America's cyberspace today. In fact, NSU was the first four-year institution to hold this designation in Florida. So we've actually had it since 2005. Secondly, our graduates are definitely hard at work. So from the classroom to becoming leaders in information technology, a lot of our accomplished alumni are dominating in their careers at many recognizable organizations. That includes the ones you see here, as well as other well-known organizations such as Boeing, IBM, Merrill Lynch, Siemens, and various US government agencies like the FBI. So knowing that it's especially important to our students to find their edge in today's IT industry, CC ensures that our students are getting high quality education, that they have the resources to build professional relationships while earning their degrees, and as an alumni, they have the opportunity to grow their business or advance their career by being able to network with some of the 4,500 other alums who are also leading in their professions. And last but not least is innovation in the classroom. CCE offers innovative courses in data science, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, mobile learning, and mobile app development for iOS and Android. And this is just to name a few. One thing that our faculty and administration is very good at is continuously innovating what courses are being offered to our students. Because as you know, technology is constantly evolving. So it's important to offer special topic courses that actually prepare our students to thrive and succeed in the industry's most sought after fields. And just so you know, all our courses are taught by experienced faculty members that hold terminal degrees from regionally accredited institutions across the world. So why choose a tech career? I'm now going to share some information which will demonstrate the strength of the IT industry and how these jobs are not only very much in demand, but also have great competitive salaries. According to Dice.com, which is a website aimed at providing tech professionals with career opportunities, data insights, and advice, skills in big data, cloud, and process management are definitely in high demand and currently driving compensation upwards. So by being aware of current trends like these, CCE takes pride in making sure that students are offered the necessary technological knowledge and skills to be competitive and well-equipped for what's currently out there in the real world. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the projected job growth for tech professionals is expected to grow 13% year over year through 2026, which is actually faster than the average for other occupations. This means that the job market for tech professionals remains really strong heading into 2020. And employers are still realizing the necessity to not only fill the growing demand for tech professionals in the industry, but to also reward or incentivize tech talent by offering better completed bonuses and the salaries that these professionals demand. So if you're contemplating whether or not to earn a degree in technology, this is definitely a great time to do it. And according to the Robert Half Technology Salary Guide, these are 7 out of the 10 technology jobs to watch out for because they are in high demand and earn good salaries. Please keep in mind the salaries that are listed here reflect the 50th percentile or the midpoint of starting salaries. So just to give you an example of how our programs can connect to these career paths, someone who earns a degree from our MS in computer science or information assurance cybersecurity program could potentially be a future software engineer. Aside from these careers that are listed, there are many, many more opportunities out there as well. And these are just some examples to give you an idea. I'd also like to point out that we have a career development office as well that helps all NSU students with career planning, job and networking resources, and much more. So I highly recommend to use the Career Development Office as a resource if you ever become a student. So the more the companies look to digitize and automate business processes, the greater their need is for tech professionals. So tech employees who do stay up to date with the knowledge of the latest developments in cloud, mobile, big data, security, and other technologies would only become more valuable to businesses in the years ahead. Moreover, students are realizing that they need to advance their skill sets so that it would elevate their marketability as a professional. In fact, employers may increase salaries 5 to 10% for professionals who have those certain in-demand abilities. Again, this is where CCE comes in because we offer degree programs that aim to provide these in-demand skill sets. Now I'm going to go over our degree programs. So for our master's, we currently have 7 Master of Science degree programs consisting of 10 courses and 30 credits for each one. And they are the computer science, cybersecurity management, data analytics, information assurance and cybersecurity, information systems, information technology and organizational leadership. The courses in these programs are available online, on campus, and or a combination of both. Now, keep in mind, some programs offer mostly online courses and may not be suited for students who require all or mostly on-campus courses. If that is your requirement, please contact us and we'd be more than happy to discuss these programs in more detail with you. On average, it takes about 12 to 24 months to complete the program. And really, it depends on the amount of coursework that you plan on taking per semester and if you plan on being a full-time or part-time student. You are able to take up to 4 courses per semester at a maximum. And the number of years that you have maximum to complete the program is 5 years. For our doctoral programs, we have 3 at CCE, and that is the computer science, cybersecurity management, and information systems. So we actually have a pretty unique format for our doctoral program. The core courses are a blend of on-campus and online activities. For the on-campus face-to-face meetings, they're held on the Fort Lauderdale-Davie campus once per term from a Wednesday to a Friday. Students are required to attend all of these scheduled class sessions. And then in between these sessions, students would work on course assignments and research and also participate in online activities involving interaction with faculty and also with other students. After completing the core courses, students would then go on to complete 2 research courses and then at least 24 credits of dissertation. I just want to make a note that for this fall 2020 term that starts in August, because of COVID-19, the face-to-face on-campus sessions will be held virtually. I also like to note that our doctoral programs are not suited for international students who would need an I-20 to study in the US, as the primary delivery of these programs is online and there are only 2 on-campus sessions per year. So please keep that in mind. So for the core courses, students are able to take a maximum of 2 per semester, which is considered full-time, and then part-time is 1 course per semester. So if a student is taking 2 courses per semester, then if they take it over 2 courses per semester, it would potentially be completed within 4 semesters if they decide to go down this path. After that, the 2 research courses would be taken consecutively, which would then add another 2 additional semesters, followed by a 1-year minimum dissertation. Most students do go on and register for continuing dissertation anywhere between a year and a half, again, depending on the student, their research interest. So overall, the minimum amount of credits is 64 or 67, depending on which program that you choose. However, it can extend beyond that. And on average, it takes between 4 to 7 years to complete the doctoral programs. Again, it depends on the pace of the coursework and the time spent during the research and dissertation portion of the program. And the maximum number of years to complete the program is 10 years. Now I'd like to move on to our admissions requirements. So for our master's programs, we require at least a bachelor's degree from a regionally accredited institution with a 2.5 overall GPA, the online application with a $50 application fee, all official transcripts from every institution that you have attended, the resume, and also program-specific admission requirements, which I'll expand on more in a little bit. For our doctoral program, we require at least a master's degree from a regionally accredited institution with a 3.25 overall GPA, the online application, all official transcripts from every institution attended, your resume or the CV, whichever one you would like to submit, 3 letters of recommendation, 1 admissions essay, and also the program-specific admission requirements. So aside from the general requirements that I just listed here for our graduate programs, the program-specific admission requirements highlight the kind of requirements that are specific to the degree program of your interest. It's basically the background knowledge that the admissions committee looks for in a potential candidate. And specifically for our master's program, if an applicant does not necessarily have the adequate background that is needed for a particular degree program, they may be required to take 1 or more prerequisite courses during the first semesters of the program. And this is determined during the admissions review process. So we do actually go into these program-specific admissions requirements more in our academic program guidance webinar, which is available for viewing on our YouTube channel, which I will show you at the end of the presentation where to go to obtain that presentation as well. So if you want to know more about that. So for international students, in addition to these requirements that are listed, there are additional requirements as well. So if your degree was completed outside of the US, we would need a foreign transcript evaluation report. So this transcript evaluation must come from a NACES member, and they must include these 3 components: the US degree equivalency, the course-by-course listing, and also the GPA calculation as well. If English is not your native language, then we would require an English proficiency test score. And these are the 4 options that you would have to choose from to submit your test score. So we accept Duolingo with a minimum score of 105 or higher, the IELTS academic type test 6.0 or higher, and then the PTE academic type test with a minimum score of 54 or above, and then the TOEFL with a minimum score of 80 or above. I'd like to emphasize again that our doctoral programs are not suited for international students who would need an I-20 to study in the US, as they are offered in a format. It is mostly online. Again, there are only 2 on-campus sessions per year. All right, now I'd like to cruise on over to talk about our admissions process. So when you apply online, allow about 24 to 48 hours for us to process your application. Once we process your application, we'll contact you to give you an application status and also address any questions that you have. Once you submit all of your required documents, hopefully by the preferred deadline, then we will send your file to the committee for review. For a master's, it takes about 1 to 2 weeks for a decision to be made. And then for the PhD program, it could take up to a month for a decision to be made. Once a decision is made, you would receive a decision letter to your email from the Director of Admissions. And then if you are admitted, we would highly recommend to make an appointment with an academic advisor to ask questions about registration, course planning, go over anything like that, and also any other student-related questions as well. All right, so for our term dates and deadlines. So we have semesters that are available in the winter for 17 weeks, summer for 12 weeks, and the fall for 16 weeks. And then for our doctoral programs, just keep in mind our start terms are only available in the fall and the winter term. Our admissions decisions are made on a rolling basis. So what we have are called preferred deadlines. So to ensure a decision in time for the desired semester, applications and all required documents must be ready for review at least 1 month prior to the start of the term for the master's and 2 months prior to the start of the term for doctoral. So for example, for our master's program, the fall term starts August 17. The preferred deadline would then be July 17th. So in order for us to get a decision in time, we must have all of your requirements. In order to guarantee a decision in time, we must have all the required documents submitted by that date. Now, if it's not submitted or completed that 1 month prior to the start of the term, once it is ready for review, we would still send your file to the admissions committee for review. And if a decision cannot be made in time for that term, then it would be made for the next available semester. And just so you know, once you submit your application, it is good for up to 1 year. And now I'd like to move on to our tuition rates. So for our master's program, the current tuition rate is $874 per credit hour, and each course is 3 credits each. So just to kind of give you an example of what it might look like per semester, if you're taking 2 courses, again, that's considered full-time, 2 courses, your total estimated cost would be $5,774, which includes the fees as well. For our doctoral program, the current tuition rate is $1,221 per credit hour, and each course is 4 credits for the computer science program, and then for the cybersecurity management and information systems program, each course is 5 credits. So again, just to kind of give you an example of what it might look like for the doctoral program, if you're taking 2 courses per semester, again, which is also considered full-time for doctoral, your total estimated cost would be $10,298 at a minimum. Please keep in mind the rates you see here, the estimated cost here does not include books, and also doesn't include any travel fees as well. And now for how to fund your education. So I will talk a little bit about scholarships. CCE currently has these 8 institutional scholarships. In addition, NSU does have a main scholarship database as well with a ton of information on grants and external scholarship opportunities. Something to keep in mind about scholarships: each scholarship has its own specific requirements and benefits as well. And I'll be showing you where these scholarship websites are located after this presentation. Since scholarships are financial assistance that you don't have to pay back, it's definitely worth checking out all the scholarships to see if they apply to you. All right, so for financial aid loans, as a graduate student, you may be eligible to apply for financial aid in the form of federal unsubsidized loans through the FAFSA. So the NSU school code is 001509. So federal unsubsidized loan means that you are responsible for the interest of these loans, meaning that if you choose not to pay the interest while you are in school and during grace periods, your interest would accumulate and will be added to the principal amount of your loan. Currently, it's at a fixed interest rate of 6.08%, and students are able to get up to $10,250 per semester. Because it's money that you do actually have to owe back, we recommend to only borrow what is needed. And you also have to be fully admitted in order to receive financial aid. So fully admitted means that we need to have all of your official documents. For example, we do accept or allow reviews of the admissions file based on unofficial transcripts or unofficial test scores. For example, if you are admitted, you would be provisionally admitted pending those official documents. So once we receive those official documents, then you would be fully matriculated. And then at that point, financial aid would be able to, if you qualify for financial aid, would be able to issue you the loan. All right, so what I'd like to do now is actually take you to our website and to do some navigation. That way you kind of know where everything is and related to, our master's programs, doctoral programs, and also admissions and scholarships. All right, so I've taken us here. This is our main CCE website, and it's computing.nova.edu. Again, that's computing.nova.edu. So anywhere on our website here, you can get started with the application by clicking on Apply Now. When you click on Apply Now, that's where you can go click on Graduate Professional, create your graduate account, and so forth. And then to go to the admissions information, all you have to do is go up here where it says Graduate and Professional, click on the down arrow, click on Admissions. And on the left-hand side, you can use that as a guide. So if you want to know more about our MS requirements and information, so this has term dates and deadlines, admissions requirements, program-specific admission requirements, as I was talking about earlier, international admission requirements as well, FAQs too, if any questions, a lot of the common questions that we have, if you have any that are related, or if you want to just take a look, they're also all here as well. Of course, for international students, if you want even more information, you can access that there. And also you can access the link to our International Affairs office as well. All right, and now I'd like to take you over to our financial aid. So if you go to the bottom here, if you click on financial aid, You can look at financial aid loans here for graduate professional scholarships, grants, loans. As I was talking about earlier, this is the main database for this NSU's scholarships resources. So you conduct your own search based on the college name or based on specific criteria, or you can also explore the different categories that they have. Now for our CCE scholarships, what you would go is here where it says students, graduate current students. So there's a number of ways to get here, but this will be one of the fastest ways to get here. So if you go to scholarships, this is a list of the institutional scholarships that I was talking about earlier. And the great thing about these scholarships is if you look at them, if you feel like you would qualify or would like to apply for more than one, or either one, you just click on here. This is where you would click on the online application. And so it's just one application you would fill it out. And if you would like to select more than one, you can do that. You would submit it. And then you would send all of the required documents for one or more of the scholarships to computingscholarships@nova.edu. Again, that's computingscholarships@nova.edu. And of course, if you have any questions as well, you're more than welcome to contact them. So to email us computingscholarships@nova.edu. Now for our events, if you're interested, in attending any of our future events, you would go back to our admissions page, and it's located here. So all of the events that we've had done before, they're listed here. And if you missed them and you want to see them again, they are available on our YouTube channel. So our presentation today is also available on the YouTube channel. Here as well. So the one that I was talking about when I was talking about program-specific admission requirements, that would be this one right here, Graduate Academic Program Guidance Webinar. It's a really good one to watch, especially if you're not really sure, whether or not you qualify for a particular program, or if you're not sure which program might be right for you. And of course, don't forget to check us out on social media as well. So whether that be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, again, our YouTube channel, or LinkedIn, please feel free to check out what we are up to. All right, so that concludes our presentation. I'd like to thank you all so much again for joining our admissions overview webinar today. Again, this presentation is available on CCE's YouTube channel for reference, and please feel free to share with others who may be interested. And don't hesitate to reach out to us if you have any questions, anything specific to you. You can schedule one-on-one sessions with us through Zoom, through phone call. We'd be more than happy to stay in touch. And again, we're also available on our social media as well.